Before we dive into the world of movies, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button for more exciting content. Imagine a world where one of the most iconic films of all time, James Cameron's Titanic, had a sequel. Would it live up to the original, or would it be a disaster in its own right? The answer might surprise you. Things like that. Okay? The 1997 film starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet beautifully captured the passion, tragedy, and human spirit of the real Titanic. However, the existence of a 2010 film titled Titanic 2 has sparked curiosity about a potential sequel. But is it really a sequel? The truth is, Titanic 2 is not a continuation of James Cameron's work. Instead, it's a low-budget, direct-to-TV disaster movie directed by Shane Van Dyke. The film takes place in 2012, century after the sinking of the RNS Titanic, and follows the story of a new ship, the RNS Titanic 2, which meets a devastating fate due to global warming. The movie received unfavorable reviews, but its lead actors' performances were commended. Despite its attempts to accomplish much with a tight budget, it's clear that Titanic 2 is not a follow-up to James Cameron's 1997 production. So why hasn't James Cameron made a sequel to Titanic? And the answer lies in the fact that the original film was a self-contained story that wrapped up all plot threads neatly. The historical facts of the Titanic's sinking also make it challenging to create a sequel. In today's era of filmmaking, it's unusual that a movie as successful as Titanic wouldn't have however, the widespread agreement is that no Titanic 2 is needed. The original film's disaster scenes are iconic, and recreating them would be a challenge. The romance between Jack and Rose is also difficult to top, even without the context of the ship itself. Many viewers consider their relationship to be one of the best on-screen romances they've ever seen. James Cameron's original pulled off their story arc so well that a sequel would be unnecessary. Interestingly, the real story of the Titanic has inspired countless movies, including the first film, Saved from the Titanic, released in 1912. Over 15 films have been made based on the RMS Titanic, and the tragic event has sparked numerous other ship disaster movies. But did you know that Titanic 2 has a sequel of its own? Titanic 666, released in 2022, took a supernatural horror approach featuring a group of digital influencers who encountered eerie events during their maiden voyage on the new Titanic ship. The movie received unfavorable criticisms for using a historical tragedy as the basis for a story that distorts its original narrative. In conclusion, while there may be other movies inspired by the Titanic, James Cameron's original is a masterpiece that stands on its own. As the saying goes, you can't improve on perfection. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.